clays flying, engines rolling full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Fuel in the veins, working all week just to
Yo. Hold on, let me get my chat set up so I can see everybody's chat. I see you over there on TikTok.
One lap closer, bringing trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. In the pits, we're family bound by grease and grit, building dreams from the crowd. There's no quit. We live for the thrill. Speed's our desire. When we hit the track, we're playing with fire. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us.
All right, everybody getting up into the session. I got the chat up now so I can see it when you guys say something. Let's go ahead and roll in there as these guys are getting ready for tonight's season finale at I-55 here with the Pro 2s. It is going to be a wild one here tonight. We are missing a couple drivers, so it might be interesting, but big news. Eddie Farnes over with the NWRA, Northwest Racing Association, for the Dash for Cash has upped it. They have passed it each and every week, and it was up to $30. It is going to be $60 to win the 3-lap dash here tonight after the heat races. We're going to find out who wins that, who takes home $60 here tonight as we get ready for tonight's racing. Looks like we got about 20 seconds before we get into heat race number 1. Who's ready for some racing here tonight? Let me know out in the chat. Let me know. All right, let's see. Do we have any victims to watch out on the track? Looks like nobody is out. Oh, no, we got a couple guys out on the track.
I can't clinch this.
Oh, yeah, no, it sucks that you're not in here. Definitely sucks that you're not in there, Brody. But do appreciate you being out there in the chat, giving it a watch as we get ready for heat race number 1. Are we going to end up with 1 or 2 heat races? Not sure. 2 heat races. As they get out on the track, we're going to get ready for tonight's starting lineup for heat race number 1. It's going to be interesting with Brody not there. He could have won the championship here tonight, but he is going to miss it. He could have walked home with $110 here tonight. What's up? What's up, Raz? Perp? Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1. Oh, boy. It's going to be Frank Monack. Starting outside of him in the number 62 machine, it's going to be Joey Brewer. Inside row number 2 in that number 45 machine, it's going to be Brett Smith with the number 29 of Jeffrey Latch to his outside. Starting inside row number 3 in the 4K, it's going to be Cody Harrelson. Outside of him in the number 89, it's going to be Taylor Vandenbush. I think he might be our points leader now that Brody's not here. Starting on the inside of row number 4 in the 07 machine, it's going to be Tyler Bickford. Outside of him in the number 97, it's going to be Robbie Iverson. This is going to be an interesting one here tonight. This is a true and blue dirt oval here, and these guys are going to have to be elbows up. This is not going to be an easy night for these guys. 100% will not be an easy night for these guys as they get ready to roll out on the track. Pace car going to move forward. What's up, everybody? Make sure you guys get those likes, shares, and follows in as we get ready for some green flag racing here tonight. I actually raced one earlier on stream. It was one of those rare occasions. City of Fulton didn't have enough people for a 100-lap race, so I went ahead and jumped in and streamed it that way. All right, down into turn number 1, 3, and 4. They're going to get the 1 to go at the line. Let me know who your favorite is here in heat race number 1. Let me go look at points, too. That's not the right league. Oh, there it is. All right, let's take a look at the points as they stand right now. There it is. All right, so points as it stands right now is going to be Brody out front with 635. He's not going to be able to clinch the points here tonight. Vandenbush, Bickford, Miles Morris, as the green flag is out. It looks like it's Vandenbush's race to lose, championship to lose, as the green flag's out through 1 and 2. They're going to be 3 wide for a second as Smith tries to slide up the track. Absolutely clobbers Brewer into the wall. Jeffrey's going to take advantage of that. Number 29 slides into the number 2 spot as they are 3 wide in the back of the pack. Oh, big hit up the track. Cody playing ping pong. The 62 of Brewer goes around. He is not having a good heat race. As we move back up to the front, Franklin is pulling away from the field. Could he win heat race number 1? Frank usually has some of the worst luck in the world, and we're not going to hang out with him because, you know, I'll give him the broadcaster curse as Jeffrey tries to reel him in as they come out of turn number 4. 5 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Tyler Bickford, he's going to be third in points as it stands right now in that 07 machine, making his way up through the field as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Halfway through heat race number 1, we got 4 laps to go. Vandenbush stuck back here in that number 5 position as they come. Oh, big hit for Smith out of turn number 2. Smith absolutely clobbers the right side of that wall. That right side of the truck is not looking very good right now as he is beating that thing up here in heat race number 1 as they come out of 2 down the back straightaway. We got a battle starting to brew for the lead. Here comes Jeffrey looking up underneath Frank as they come out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. 3 cars battling for that number 1 spot. Jeffrey down low. Frank up high. Drag race down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Oh, I thought Jeff was going to slide it. He doesn't, but he's going to be the leader at the line this time by 1 lap to go. I have 1K likes already. That is fantastic. Down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Bickford's going to get around Frank as they come through 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Give the win to Jeffrey. Bickford second. Monack in third. Brett Smith, Vandenbush, Iverson, Harrelson, and Joey Brewer rounding out the field. That was not the race that Joey Brewer wanted as we get done with heat race number 1. We got 1.2 Ks now. Tomorrow is ARCA. Yeah, that's going to be wild. Oh, yeah. It definitely is, Sleepy. How you been, buddy? How's your girlfriend? Sorry, my bad. Had to do it. All right, let's get ready for heat race number 2 as they are out on the track. It is going to be Austin Bolson starting on the pole here in heat race number 2. He was looking fast in practice. Outside of him in the number 73, it's going to be Miles Morris. Starting inside, row number 2 in the 145, it's going to be Nick Nowak with Brock Smith in that number 46 starting outside of him. Inside, row number 3 in the number 21 machine, it's going to be Eddie Farnes. Outside of him in the 921, it's going to be Jeff Ives. Then rounding out the field here tonight in the number 47 machine, it's going to be Austin Scriber. What's up, Moody? It's going good. I had to mess with you, Sleepy. Yeah, it is nuts. It is nuts. What's up? What's up, Pea Shooter? I see you out there. All right, we're going to look for that green flag. I appreciate the likes, guys. That helps get people up in here. Almost to 2K already over on TikTok. If you guys are over on the other formats, please give the stream a like, a share, a follow. And look, those comments don't hurt either. That helps get some people up in the stream. It helps the algorithm as a green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag's out as Austin's going to ship it into turn number 1 and 2. We're going to be side by side per second. Will they make it 3 wide? They're 3 wide out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4, still 3 wide as Smith and Morris might have made a little bit of contact there. They're going to keep it straight as they're still side by side per second. Brock Smith up on the outside drag race out of turn number 2. Yeah, this is definitely crazy. I'm a squirrel, so I'm nuts. That's facts, Pea Shooter. Down into turn. Oh, a little bit of contact as Nowak gets into Smith. And Morris is going to knock off the side of that truck against the 46. Here comes Smith back down low. Smith going to dive up underneath out of turn number 4. Battles for third, battles for fifth as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, a little bit more contact. Smith going to take that number 3 spot. Moore's going to get shuffled back. Here comes the 47 of Scriber. Scriber started shotgun on the field as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 4 laps complete. We got 4 laps to go. Here comes Farnes down low. Farnes going to take it 3 wide out of turn number 2. Backs out of it as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. A little bit of contact. I don't think Morris is very happy with Smith. I don't think the last contact I had was on Smith, but there was definitely some contact early on as Moore's going to try to stick it up in the middle, making it 3 wide for the number 4 spot. 3 wide out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. A little bit of contact between Morris and Farnes. Farnes going to park it on his nose. Almost goes around. Big checkup. Oh, they're both in the wall. Farnes around. Morris on top of them. And that, you guys, that is how you make baby trucks. That's how you make a Ford Ranger right there. Bolson going to lead the way as they come across into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Bolson going to take the win. Nowak in second. Brock Smith third. Scriber fourth. Iverson fifth. Morris in sixth. And Eddie Farnes going to be in that number 7 spot. No, the cone. They killed the cone. Right? Oh, yes, he is not happy with Smith. Not happy with Smith, and Morris is going to let him know at the end of that one as we are going to get ready for the dash. $60 on the line here tonight. 3-lap shootout. Yeah, that was rough, Joey. You got killed by the other Smith. All right, these guys pulling out on the track. We're going to go through the starting lineup here for the dash. $60 on the line. Going to be Bickford starting on the pole. Austin Bolson in second. Starting on the inside of row number 2, it's going to be Jeffrey Latch. Outside of him in the 145, it's going to be Nick Nowak. Here comes Brock Smith. Austin Scriber. Vandenbush and Frank all jumping in on this one. Everybody that has made it in has made it in a dash this season will make it into this one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 8 trucks battling for $60 here tonight. It's almost like a mini feature as we are going to get ready for the 3-lap shootout. All right, so that it's going to be Frank starting inside row number 3. Outside of him is going to be the 46 of Brock Smith. Then it's going to be Vandenbush starting on the inside of row number 4. Outside of him is going to be Austin Scriber in that number 47 as they look for the green flag. It is going to be 3 laps here. 3 laps here tonight for the dash for cash. Who is taking the $60 home here tonight? Thanks to NWRA as they come out of turn at number 4. Green flag is out. Great jump by Bickford as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes the 07. Oh, sorry, Bickford, not Bickford. I got the names. Good jump by Latch as Bickford going to try to slide up into that number 2 spot. A little bit of contact as him and Bolson get together. Out of turn number 4, they're 3 wide behind him down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, a little bit of contact. What kind of move will they make for $60? Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go as they come out of turn number 4, I believe. That's 1 lap. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Latch going to lead the way. Looks like Bolsa going to take that number 2 spot. Down into turn number 3 and 4. I think they're only doing 3 laps unless they changed it. Out of turn 4, it's going to be Latch with the win here, I think. Nope, we're still going. How many laps are we doing? I don't know how many laps we're doing. Well, we'll just keep calling it. Is there nose to tail up at the front? We got a whole, I don't know what this is back here behind him. As Smith's going to finally break his way free as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Single watt file most of the way for the field as they head into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get white flag this time by, I just heard him say, 1 lap to go as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. Latch going to lead the way. Battle for second. Here comes Bickford looking down low. That's going to keep Bolson from having a chance. Down the back straightaway through turn number 3 and 4. Jeffrey going to take home $60 here tonight as they come across the line. Yeah. Bolson second. Bickford third. Smith, Nowak, Vandenbush, Scriber. Yeah. That's the way it is they're going to stick Jeffrey on a celebratory roof there as he takes the $60 home here tonight. The chicken won. Look, he was rocking out with his cock out right there. That's exactly what he was doing. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. You know, because of your truck, I'm going to say you just rocked out with your cock out.
Go for it.
Good run. $60 richer here tonight, man. How's it feel?
It feels really good. We finally got the monkey off our back for the heat race win. And to come down and double it out and show us that we're fast, coming out and winning that Dash for Cash here. It feels really good. I'm sitting in my gaming chair here just shaking like a dog.
Well, good run there. 35 laps here tonight for the main event. Man, it's going to be a hard one to win. This track is going to get tight as it slickens out, and these guys are going to get racy. You think you can go and win that one here tonight?
I'm with the confidence we're coming in after just going 2 for 2 in that. I don't have a doubt in my mind. I know where the lines are going to be. Put in some testing today, and I'm feeling pretty confident right now.
Well, give a shout out to anybody you want to give a thanks to, and I will send you back up into the room you were in.
I want to give a thanks out to Impulse Media for sure for coming on board with us this year. This was a last-minute deal for me, and to have them jump on board and kind of shout out what we do is pretty neat. Any fans of mine out there that have been following me this season, thank you. This means a lot to me tonight.
Well, good win there, and the little dash, $60 richer. Enjoy that, and try and get yourself another W here tonight.
Well, thank you. We're gonna go give her
one last
everything
thing
we got
I
tonight.
covered during the
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Championship night, we're gonna try to do a quick review after the race.
All right, so that was wild. I had to bring him in for that. I had to definitely bring him in for that one, as these guys are out there giving out some rules as we are going to get ready for tonight's 35 lap main event. This is going to be a wild one here tonight, guys. No doubt in my mind, these guys are going to be elbows up trying to get that last win of the season, even if they don't have a chance. You heard somebody. You don't get the notifications for whose Discord? Mine? What are rules? Yeah, fuck them, right? Right, LaFon? Fuck them rules. I ended up racing. We didn't get enough people, LaFon. So I ended up racing and broadcasting the 358 race. It was a lot of fun. Just so you know. It was a lot of fun. All right, tonight's starting lineup. Let's get ready for this. Starting on the pole here tonight, our Dash winner, $60 richer. He's going to be, I'm not obeying. He's going to be $60 richer here tonight. Can he get another victory? It's going to be Jeffrey Latch. Starting outside of him in the number 25 machine, it's going to be Austin Bolson. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 07, it's going to be Tyler Bickford. Outside of him in the 145, it's going to be Nick Nowak. Starting inside row number 3 in the 110, it's going to be Frank Monack. Outside of him in the number 46, it's going to be Brock Smith. I know, it sucks, Jordan. I got some stuff coming up, don't worry. It's going to be Inside row number 4, it's going to be the 45 of Brett Smith. Outside of him, it's going to be the 47 of Austin Scriber. I got to go through these guys quick. Then it's going to be 9th, Vandenbush. 10th, Jeffrey Ives. Iverson in 11th, and Morse in 12th. Then rounding out the rest of the field here real quick, it's going to be Eddie Farnes, Cody Harrelson, and Joey Brewer as they come out of turn number 4, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. What's up, little Shane? Green flag is out as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Jeffrey leading the way. Bolson trying to slide into that number 2 spot, but he's got Bickford up underneath him as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, big contact out of turn 4. We got one around. It's going to be Franklin around in the 1-1-0. Caution flag comes out. Let's go take a look at. Yes, tomorrow, ARCA at Bristol. And just kind of got squeezed between a couple Smiths. And Frank's going to go around getting that first caution flag here of the night. Elbows are already up as Jeffrey leads the way here tonight in that number 29. Yeah. This would have been fun, Brody. This was a race I would have run for sure. He showed him a fender hug, right? He got the squeeze. How many likes we at? I know we saw 3K. 3.1K, guys. Can we hit 10K before the end of the stream? Let me know, guys. What do you guys think you can do? Can you do 10K? As we look for the green flag. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. Jeffrey is gone. As they head into 1 and 2. Down into 1 and 2. Great start by Bickford on the outside as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Looking for 3 and 4. Bickford not going to let Jeffrey get away as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Up on that high side. That high side starting to hook in as they head into 1 and 2. Yeah, I think he did. Oh, we got a new follower. See, that's what I love about having Demon out there. Hold on. Oh, it's little Shane. Thank you for the follow. Side by side for that number 1 spot. Bickford holding strong on the outside. I think that high side is starting to come in as they head through 3 and 4. Jeffrey trying to clear him. Can't quite do it. He wants that whole track. It's going to be Bickford at the line that time by. Jeffrey going to roll the bottom through turn number 1 and 2. The bottom looks all right, 1 and 2. Maybe not, as he's going to lose the lead. Here comes Bolson to his outside. Down to turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Jeffrey's going to parallel park himself down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, okay. I definitely remember you now. Yes, 100%. Down into turn number 3 and 4, going to be Bickford leading the way out of turn at number 4, down the front straightaway. Top 3 single file. You know, I jinxed him last week, so I'm not going to talk too bad about him. But Nowak having a good run. Vandenbush down low as they battle side by side for that number 4 spot. Vandenbush trying to take the championship here tonight. Yeah, this is the last one for tonight. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Drag race looking for turn number 3. We're watching the battle for 4th. Here comes Smith. Brock Smith down low. Out of turn number 4. Can't keep the momentum as Vandenbush going to push Nowak all the way up to the wall. Nowak going to cross him over out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Smith gives him the door up underneath Nowak into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Brock Smith. It is Brock Smith as they head into turn number 1 and 2, trying to find his way around Nowak. I think he's going to be all right. Maybe not. Nowak fighting strong on the outside. The band hammer smoked me. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be Nowak pushing Smith through turn number 1 and 2. Smith able to keep it straight as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes the 73 of Miles Morris as he's trying to move his way forward. He had a beef in with the 46 in his heat race. Will that transfer over into tonight's feature? Back up to the front, it is the Bickford show as they come out of turn at number 4 down the front straightaway. It is definitely a league on iRacing, yes. This is their last race of the season, though. I don't know if and when they're going to do it again. Oh, Brock trying to roll low as Brett Smith had issues. He loses the pack As we jump back further up, Eddie Farnes up 5 spots. He's looking for more as he's going to roll. He's going to roll Austin up the track, up underneath him, out of turn number 2. Hold on, dude deserved it. He had. Oh, that sucks. You can't even run hosted, Brody. I hate the chat gets you banned so easy. Out of turn number 4, slide job by Austin, cut down by Farnes. Farnes and Austin having a great run here. Eddie's going to park it on his nose. Austin's going to cut back up underneath. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Slide job by Austin, cut down by Farnes. We got the 62 of Brewer looking down low. He had some bad luck again tonight. He's trying to race his way up through. He's up 5 positions too. What a battle back here for the number 8 spot. Let's go check on our leaders as they got some side-by-side racing too, as it looks like Vandenbush going to make his way around Bolson on the outside out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Out of turn number 4, down the front. You want to see that? I've seen some flopping already. Down into turn number 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. But good battle back here. Let's go jump back to this one as they're still sliding each other. Austin's going to keep it as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Miles going to make his way around Nick Noah, closing the gap on the number 46. Will we see some contact between the 73 and the 46? He definitely showed his displeasure after the heat race. He's trying to close the gap. No cars between them. No trucks between them as they head into 1 and 2. 21 laps in the books. He doesn't have a lot of time to do it. We only got 35 laps in this one. As they come into turn number 3 and 4, going to be 22 laps in the books. We got 13 laps to go. 13 laps to go as Bickford is pulling away. Battle's going to be for second on back as Vandenbush has caught the 29 of Jeffrey down into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, keeping it clean, lean, and green so far. Only one caution on the night as they come out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Yeah, a lot of that stuff I don't. I freaking, my son deals with some stuff in school, and I told him they were soft. Similar stuff. I'll tell you what, Miles Moore is definitely closing in on that 46 of Brock Smith. We're going to see. This is the last race of the night, our last race of the season. This is going to be his last chance to get some retaliation if that's his plans. I mean, I don't want to see him wreck him, but I would love to see him, rattle his cage, as Earnhardt would say, as we got a battle for second. Vandenbush looking down low. Vandenbush in that number 89. He's going to roll through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. He's trying to get that bottom side to work. There's not enough speed as they head into turn at number 3 and 4. Slow car down on the bottom. Caution flag comes out. Brett Smith having issues. Let's see what happened. He just wrecked himself. That kind of looked intentional. You're getting ball teased, right? All right, so we're going to re-rack them, restack them as we are inside. No, we are inside 10 laps to go. It's going to be single file. A single file restart. You're still here. I see you, Sleepy. I see you. How many likes we at? We are at 3.2K. No more likes? Come on, guys. Let's get to 10K. And now I'll be happy with 5K. I heard if we get to 10K, you might see a fender fall off. It might not be true. I just heard it. You're going IRL racing this weekend. Nice. All right, looking for the green flag as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Bickford leads the way. Out of turn 4, it is going to be 27 laps in the books. We got 8 laps to go. 8 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Jeffrey going to slide up the track, bangs the wall. That's going to open the door for Vandenbush. Vandenbush going to take advantage. They're side by side. Out of 4 per second down the front straightaway. Looking for 1 and 2. Yeah, dirt track racing is definitely fun. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, battle for that number 2 spot. Now Bolson going to get to the outside of Vandenbush. He might take third away from him as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Great race back here as they come out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Give Bolson that number 3 spot that time by 6 laps to go. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Bolson and Vandenbush side by side for that number 3 spot. Bolson going to turn right a little bit there. He almost felt like he was going to turn around and get into Vandenbush. Tries to give him a little room as they're almost 4 wide out of turn number 2. Oh, we got one around. Caution flag comes out as it looks like Austin Scriber going around. Let's see what happens to Austin here. Oh, Eddie just barely gets into the back of him. Barely gets in the back of him. That shouldn't have spun him. As we get the caution flag here once again, we are setting up for a... Oh, that might have been on his VR. All right, we're going to get it stacked up. Stacked up out of turn number 2, going green flag racing. This time by 4-lap shootout when they hit the green flag. Green flag is out as Bickford gets on the gas. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go as they head into 1 and 2. Jeff's going to go up. Oh, big check up as Vandenbush tried to not get in the back of Jeff. Big pile up out of 2. Caution flag comes out. All right, so I'm going to tell you the way I feel about this one. It looks like Brock just turned left down into the 73, and then they were stacked up, and he just kind of went right. That's just kind of a bad situation he caused there. As we get the caution flag here once again. Could they? You never know. I'll tell you what, they're doing a good job staying out front. That caution flag definitely helping him out. And Miles Morris now up to the number 4 spot. Nowak is up into the, well, maybe not up into the top 5. It looks like Bolson going to get his spot back. Oh, we got drama on the track. Oh, it is toxic out there as they come out of turn. I don't think that was on the 73. I think that was on the, I would think that was on the 46. Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Bickford going to lead the way. Latch in second. Vandenbush in that number 3 spot as Morris tries to move his way forward. Down the front. Yeah, it's always Bickford's fault, right? Down into turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Bickford trying to drive off into the sunset. Jeffrey with his hands full with the 89 of Vandenbush all over the back of him. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn at number 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Bickford and company. Down into 1 and 2. Vandenbush putting big pressure on Jeffrey. Jeffrey going to get in the wall. Bounces off the wall. Sideways out of turn 2. Can Vandenbush take an advantage? Down the front back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It's a battle for second. What a run by Jeffrey to hold on to it. It's going to be Bickford. Jeffrey. Vandenbush. Morris. Nowak. Iverson. Brewer. Harrelson. Farnes. Monac, your top 5. Or top 10. All right, guys, let's go through the... All right, it is going to be... Where's my... Why is it not showing? There it is. It's going to be Bickford with the win here tonight. Jeffrey Latch in second. Vandenbush in third. Going to be Morris in that number 4 spot. Nick Nowak in fifth. Going to be Iverson in that number 6 position. Brewer in 7th. Harrelson in 8th. Going to be Farnes in 9th. Frank in 10th. Austin in 11th. Brock Smith in that number 12 spot. Bolson 13th. Jeffrey Ives 14th. And Brett Smith in that number 15 spot. I don't think that was his fault, Austin. I think that Brock just turned left into him. And they got caught together and pushed up the track. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull in our top 3. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. All right. All right. Yeah, that's the last race of the night. 80K breaks. All right. So, Vandenbush, man, worked hard for that 3rd spot. It was crazy second on back.
Yeah, I almost got caught up in whatever nonsense happened behind me. I'm just happy to be where I'm at. I had troubles getting into this lobby tonight, so I'm glad I made it.
You know, you've done pretty well. I think that pretty much clinches the championship for you here. So I think you're our championship winner too. But man, Brody out in the chat disappointed he didn't make it here tonight. But good run. You've had a solid run in the Oval Series. I mean, does it surprise you a little bit?
Yes and no. For some reason, the trucks and me with the ovals, we just get along, and I love them. So I run really well with them, and I know how the track changes, so I use it to my advantage. I even gave Jeff a little tip, and he took it and ran with it, and then I stopped catching him. So,
well, great run here tonight. Why don't you get a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
of course, always to you, Batzer, and MDI TV, and just the trim on service, and then AMXI Racing. We love putting this stuff on for everyone. Things got a little heat tonight, so we'll get that figured out and get the official results out a little later tonight. But
well, good run. You have to be happy with your run tonight and the run all season. And I'm pretty sure this is a congratulations on the championship. So good run here tonight. Good run for the season.
Thanks, Patrick. We'll see you next time I'm on with you.
All right, buddy. Jeff, man. Couldn't keep the lead. Yes. Couldn't keep the lead with Tyler, but held on to second. Man, you were driving the wheels off that thing that last green flag run after the caution.
Yeah, I knew I had to go. I knew I had Taylor behind me, and I got to thank him. I was running that middle line trying to chase Bickford down, and I had nothing for him. Taylor's like, just enter a little differently and float her up to the outside lane there, and wheel her around the outside, and it was working really well. But coming to that final green flag, I knew I had to go. I knew there was guys behind us, and I couldn't let it slip away. With the success we had tonight, I'm not disappointed in a podium in the feature. I'm happy. We got a lot left in us for sure. Hopefully next season we'll be a little bit more active in the top 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was fun to watch. Got to tell me about sliding him into the corner there, like those last couple laps. I mean, you're sliding in and banging the wall. And how scary was that? I mean, just you grab that wall a little wrong, you're getting yanked into it or going around, and or getting passed at the minimum by Vandenbush, and you were able to keep that momentum going forward. I mean, a couple of those times were pretty close to maybe a little too much, and whole lot of throttle coming out because you were getting sideways.
There was a little bit of pucker factor there, that's for sure. Yeah, it was sketchy, but I think running the bottom, I kind of cooked my tires earlier on in the race, because towards the end I could tell I wasn't as good on entry and I wasn't as good on exit, and I could feel the rear end of the truck starting to float itself around a little more than normal. But yeah, I knew I needed to go, and I wasn't letting off, that's for sure.
Well, you get to thank people twice tonight because you made it in the booth twice. Well, why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Like I said, I got to thank Impulse Media. They jumped on board with me this year. Hopefully have them back in the next upcoming season. And again, thank you to the people that come out and watch you, and to you especially, James. If it wasn't for you and MDI TV, we wouldn't have a place to show off what we actually do. And I think it's cool that we're able to do that with you. And once again, thank you to everybody that came out and raced with us. It was a great season.
That was definitely a lot of fun to watch too. But good run here tonight. Got to be happy with that. And Bickford, man, took the lead and never looked back. Man, this needed to start a little sooner in the season. You might have been up there with Vandenbush battling for the championship.
Well, I missed the first week because I didn't know this league existed. So I gotta shout out Brody for giving me the invite and these guys for letting me hop in later. Yeah, man, I definitely wish I had better runs like this.
Man, that '07 was definitely fast here tonight. Not having Brody out there probably made it a little bit easier for you, but man, that thing was cooking. How glad were you when you could finally make your way? I mean, you had to know it was going to get pretty hectic from second on back. Being the leader just seemed like the place to be here tonight. It seemed like you were able to control some of those battles behind you and pull away because you weren't getting the same kind of pressure.
Yeah, it definitely has its perks being a leader here. Yeah, I run a lot of dirt oval, and I-55 can get pretty hectic. I can only imagine what it's like in these things, battling lap after lap after lap. So I'm glad I got out front, and I'm glad I set a good pace to stay there.
Honestly, these things might race better than the cars at I-55. That was a lot of fun to watch, honestly. So great run here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
I gotta thank you for the broadcast. I gotta thank AMX for putting it on. Coast to Coast Sim Sports, Tommy Gun Customs, and Brody for letting me in. And anybody else?
Well, great run. Enjoy the victory. Enjoy the little bit of cash you get from the championship. And I will see you later, bud.
Thank you. Have a good one.
No problem. You too. Frank, I stole you. Frank,
Oh, how you
I
doing,
stole
James?
you. You're in the booth.
Nice. How you doing tonight?
Man, you were out the front, and I'm like, man, that was a good heat race. And then you just had chaos in the in the feature. But look, I just want to thank you for putting on a show here for us all. Everybody was high. What's up? What's up, Aiden? You're good. Good show here tonight. I know it got a little chaotic for you on the race control side, but man, I just want to thank you for putting on the show. And is there a plan for season 2? Because I'm sure the people want to know.
Oh, absolutely. This has been a huge success, and in part because of all the support you and MDI TV have given us. So I just want to thank you and everyone watching for the support the series has gotten and the positive feedback we've received. So we're hoping for something, probably another Dirt Slingers Series, maybe this fall. Is kind of what I'm planning on. And then if you go over to the Facebook, the AMX Facebook, or join the Discord, we're planning something fun for the summer. So we got some things in the works. But like I said, it was a blast. Tonight I was just kind of playing the long game. I'm excited I even got into a trophy dash. That's huge for me. So and then, it's just, even though I'm running, back of the pack a lot of times, it's just so much fun. It's such a great group of guys to run every week. And I look forward to it. As far as race control goes, yeah, there's some things we're going to look at, but overall it's phenomenal racing and great attitude. And it's even fun to go back and watch the replays and the broadcasts that you do, James. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all the support you give us.
Brody's over there calling me a goober. Peter, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So I know you got a few people to help you out with this. I want to give you the opportunity to at least thank everybody that helped you put the league together because, I think they deserve that. And so do you.
Yeah, no, definitely a shout out to all the admins who stepped up to help me support this. Usually the way we run it is you kind of have a lead admin and then the rest support. So, Taylor Vandenbush, Cody Harrelson, Nick Nowak, And then let's see, Anthony James, who's unfortunately not able to make it tonight, but thank you guys, those guys, for backing me up. And a huge shout out to Eddie Farnes and Northwest Racing Association. They're the ones that put down the money to double the point stash tonight. So they're making my wallet hurt. So your viewers, if they haven't had a chance, go check out NWARA or NWRA, Northwest Racing Association. They do some great dirt oval stuff there. So those are the people that helped me put this on. And then, of course, like I said, James, your continued support. You're the one that kept people coming. So thank you.
Appreciate you. I know you got some admin stuff to do, and good luck with that.
Awesome. You have a great evening.
You too. Brandon, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I did see it. I just didn't want to interrupt his interview. Thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back tomorrow night with some ARCA series. Oh, we'll be live about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss that, guys. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good